Well, hello there. I do hope you're doing well, and I do thank you, and I appreciate you taking the time to view this. And thought I'd talk to you just a few minutes about this Hart 20-volt wrencher that I've got here. I recently got this thing, and I wanted to kind of test it out and play with it just a little bit. And all before I did a review on it, I didn't want to just take it out of the box and fill it up and all without getting an idea about how this thing might work a little bit and give you some real world information on it to some degree. Okay. Well, first off, this is my first product that I've had, or first thing that I've had that's the Hart brand. Okay, and now I bought this thing. Okay, I came across a really good deal on this, and it's just too good to pass up, especially when I'm kind of looking for a way to have a little water, whether it's around camp, when it's out and about, whatever the case, when you might need a little running water and you don't have a a faucet nearby. So anyway, this thing basically runs off of a little 20-volt battery. Okay, kind of like you'd use in a cordless drill. As far as I know, though, you're gonna need the Hart brands. How a lot of that stuff works, and all. Now there might be a workaround. I don't know. You have to check someplace else for that. Okay, but anyway, it goes in this little compartment here. All right, and that compartment's probably a little bit weather resistant the way it's set up. It also will run off of 12-volt power. It comes with a cord, so you could plug this thing into your cigarette lighter if you needed to run it also. Okay, the hoses have the little quick connect connections on them. It's also got a little task light. Doesn't put out much light, I'll tell you. This hose, I think they say it's about 20 foot long, and it's probably close to that. I hadn't measured it. It's a long hose. Okay, it's good. And it's got a little nozzle on here that sets in a little holder. Sets in place real well. It's got your usual kind of like your water hose nozzle might have: stream, shower, vertical, mist, those type settings, a couple others, and all. So anyway, what it does is when you turn it on, it just builds up a little pressure. Okay, now I've got this thing full. Okay, it uses that pressure to run the water out. Now I want you to understand, this is a rinser. This is not a pressure washer. It does not put out that kind of pressure. Okay, but anyways, that compressor builds up a little pressure in there so the water will come out. Okay, and this tank is it's built in. This is all one self-contained thing. It's supposed to hold 5 gallons. Now I've just been filling it to right here where it's not running over when I put the lid on. So I'm probably putting in maybe 4 3/4 of a gallon, somewhere in that ballpark. Now, kind of give you some real world ideas so far. In the couple of weeks that I've been kind of playing with this and getting an idea about it, I have, on the same battery charge, on one full battery charge, I have run this completely through, and like I say, it holds about 5 gallons, or and I'm putting in probably around 4 3/4. I have run it through completely 6 times, and the battery's still going strong at the moment. Now I do expect on this next round or two for that battery to deplete more or less, because it's got to be getting near the end of the cycle. Okay, so 6 times. Okay, so that's if you figure 28 gallons to 30 gallons of water that it's run through there. Okay, that amounts to about 32-ish minutes worth of actual time. Okay, of actual time, about 32 minutes. And the reason I can figure that is because I have run this thing basically on a continuous cycle a couple of times through a tank or two, on the stream setting and the shower setting and the vertical setting. And each time with the tank full, it's running around 5 minutes and 30 plus seconds, maybe 40 seconds, maybe 5 minutes, 40 seconds. And that's on about, like I say, not quite to the top. So you're probably, if you run it completely to the top, you'd probably be closing in on that 6 minute mark. So let's just say 5 minutes and 30 plus seconds of continuous run on each tank to deplete the tank. That's not bad, okay? Now I figured that in the, now I haven't done that on every cycle, but on those 3 that I have, it seems to be about that average. Now, I did set this thing up to try it out just to see how well this thing would actually allow you to shower, okay? And what I found in taking a good shower with it, you know, an actually decent shower, not trying to cheat it too much, you know, not trying to be overly conservative, you know, not wasteful, but not skimping on it too bad. I found that about a half a tank, so around that 2.5 gallon mark, okay? So that leads me to think that I could probably get 2 decent showers out of this without skimping too much on the water, okay? Per tank, okay? And so if that, if it goes at least 6 or 7 times, that gives me what, 12 showers out of it, maybe, you know, and like I say, it's still not depleted, so it may be a little more than that. It may go 13, 14, you know, maybe better than that. So anyways, that kind of gives you a real world idea of what it is. And now I will tell you on this, I don't think the shower setting is the best setting. The shower setting might be good for washing your hands. And I'll run through these settings and let you see it work here in just a second, okay? But the shower setting just hardly, the pressure is just so light, okay? I think maybe the vertical setting or one of these other settings gives a little more power to the water, work a little better, and, you know, maybe the better alternative. Okay, you just have to play with it and figure out what works best for you, okay? Then the stream setting, you know, might be good. But anyway, just have to play with it, find what works best for you. So anyways, let me just kind of show you right quick how it runs through there. Okay, it's on, all right? Now I'm gonna just kick it on here. I'm gonna put it over here onto the shower setting. We'll just kick it on. That's your shower setting right there, okay? Hey, see, that doesn't go out there that far, okay? It's just, that's it, okay? All right, now let's just run it over. That's full, okay? That's flat, okay? A little more pressure there. That's vertical. That's mist. That's stream. Now look, those chairs over there where that water's hitting, that's probably 8 to 10 feet, okay? So that'll give you an idea. That's actually that's decent, okay? All right, there's your cone, there's center, and there's back to shower, all right? There you go. Now you notice too, it's not terribly loud. It does have some noise to it. It's not terribly loud. Considering, you know, I think maybe the battery there, this is starting to drain just a little bit now or get a little weaker. I'm not really certain. Still doing well though. The way it's set up here, you could have this thing sitting here on a table, and you could use the you know, you could use it like this because that stays in place pretty good. Now I will tell you, one thing I wanted to know about, I wanted to make sure this thing wasn't going to leak on me. Now this may change. You know how things are. It's working well now, but it may not later on. But I kept it full, and I've had it sitting in the back of the truck for the last few days, running around with it just to make sure this thing would be holding together and still work all right, you know, and that's just a small test, but so far so good, and no leaks so far, so I'm pleased with that. The only thing that I'm not terribly pleased about with this is that the pressure could be just a little bit better, okay? But like I say, it's a rinser, it's not a pressure. I don't think you're gonna start washing a bunch of things with this. It's, you know, it is what it is. But for something around the camp to have a little running water that's very convenient, in that this is self-contained, not a bad deal. Now I will tell you that I've got one of those shower things. It's basically a shower head with a battery pack and a little submersible pump, and that probably puts out more pressure on just the shower setting than this does on the shower setting. But this is awful convenient, having the water self-contained here, okay? And that it seems to run a good while. It takes a while to deplete the tank, like I say, around 5 minutes, 30 seconds plus, okay? So, you know, overall, not bad. You know, my thinking with this is if we take off camping or we're going somewhere we might need a little running water, it's got a good long hose. I can set this in the back of the truck, or I should be able to set this in the back of the truck, okay? And have me a couple of, you know, I can take me a couple extra 5-gallon containers of water, okay, plus have this full. And if I need running water, all I've got to do is reach over and hit the switch, okay? Hit the switch and I've got running water, okay? That's it, all right? And I can take the hose and I can reach around, you know, have this just sitting in one spot and not have to move it, because it is heavy. When you fill this thing up with water, it's pretty heavy. But this be convenient for me to use, for my wife to use, our kids to use. I think it should work well, okay? As long as it holds up. And who knows, I don't know, you know, this is, I don't know about this brand. We'll find out. But anyway, so far so good. But I appreciate y'all taking the time to view this. I hope that this is of some help and benefit to you. If you're looking for something like this, it may be something useful to you, and it may not, and you may want to go another route. And hey, I'll try to, if something drastically changes with this thing, I'll try to update it at some point. But so far so good. I do appreciate y'all taking the time to view this. I really do. Thank you so very much. And you know, because your time's valuable, and I appreciate you watching this. And thank you so much. And if you would, please like, subscribe, and share. And y'all take care. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.